You have the greatest excuse of all time. It's not my fault, it's the ghost. My grandfather's gonna lose $300,000, not because of me, because of the ghost.
I'm scared. What do you want me to do?
Is this whole episode gonna be about a ghost? What's up guys, it's your boy Alan again, back with another video, and today we're gonna watch another episode of Bar Rescue. But before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and let's go check this out.
Myerz Pour House.
PourHouse.
Pretty depressing name, isn't it?
I get the play on words, pour liquor, okay, it's cutesy.
Yeah, I think the name is fine. The issue with it is the font, the Myerz part. In my opinion, if you can't see any part of the sign, it doesn't really serve a purpose. So my problem with that sign had more to do with the font size and the design.
But you put it together, it just sounds like you're broke.
And I could be wrong, but it looks kind of crooked.
Into an El Cajon hotspot.
Can you read the Myerz? I mean, I had to really strain my eyes.
That's exactly what I just said. Yeah, you can't see it, so there's no point of having such a small font, because if you call it Myerz Pour House, people are gonna look for Myerz and they're like, is this the right place? It might as well just be called PourHouse.
To see that.
No, it's tiny.
You should see a sign from well over 100 feet away. You're straining to look at Myerz from here. We're about 30 feet away.
Absolutely.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah, they're walking distance and they can barely read that.
There's Nicole. She's one of our bartenders.
I dropped a dollar bill in my eyes.
What did she just say? She dropped cash in the ice? Cash is dirty. How did that even happen? There's no pour spout on that bottle, and there's no jigger. So how are you supposed to measure? If you have a pour spout, you can do what they call a free pour. You could turn the bottle pretty much downward and it comes out at a certain speed. But if you don't use a jigger and you don't use a pour spout, there's no way to accurately measure how much you poured out, especially when you're pouring into ice.
Pouring.
That's more than halfway full. You can tell that's over pouring even without using a jigger.
There's Paul.
What's up, man?
He's another one of our bartenders. There's Derek. He's the doorman.
Hey, man, they told me you gotta go, man. Oh, what'd I do? I don't know. I wasn't here for it.
You're the door guy. You can't just kick someone out for no reason. Somebody should have informed them why they told them to kick him out, to make sure that they got the right guy.
Can I help you guys back here?
There's Lena. She's another bartender.
Nicole, are you paying this, sending this? What are you doing?
They have 3 bartenders? It's not even that busy. How many wells do they have?
They have one POS system behind that bar, Lisa.
There's no way that she has time.
So 3 bartenders have to share one POS system. If it was busier, that means they would have to fight for the computer just to do a transaction.
So Jeremy, who owns this bar, borrowed $300,000 from his grandfather.
Oh. I said this before. Back in the day, it was pretty common to borrow money from your relatives to open a bar, but things have changed. You gotta try to keep relatives out of the picture, because one of the main relationships in civil lawsuits is familial, which is unfortunate, but this is the fact. Just generally speaking, not just in the bar business, but borrowing money from relatives usually does not end well.
When he bought the bar, we put in his mother's name. She signed for everything.
So the mom's in the picture too? So he borrowed money from the grandfather and the mom is the owner of the bar?
His grandfather's retirement is on the line. Now his mother's house and everything is on a hook for the...
No way! The grandfather's retirement fund and the mom's house? So you dragged in 2 family members into this. There's a reason why the banks did not loan you any money, right? The banks are pretty good at who can pay back a loan or not. Maybe that should just end it right there.
Credit, the liability, the taxes, and everything.
So where is he?
He's not here. He won't come in this building alone.
What? The owner's not here? Why?
What?
He won't come here. There's something about that bar that you and I have never dealt with before. The staff absolutely believes it. That bar is haunted.
You know, I'm not like a very superstitious person, but I've heard a lot of stories, and I've actually worked in a bar where the staff members swear that it's haunted. So I'll I'll tell you the story, right? I have personally not experienced any of this, but one of my bar backs, he was cutting ice downstairs in the prep area, and he saw a little girl run, and then he chased after her and said, "Hey, you can't be here." So he makes his way to the office, and there was a floor manager there, and he was like, "Did you see a little girl running around here?" And the manager looked at him and he's like, "Wait, did you see her too?" So that's that's my ghost story of a place that I worked at. It is a little creepy.
Inspector here.
How many people are in this bar right now?
Spirit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
How are they deducing that? Did I miss something? That has to be such a huge coincidence.
Matt and Jordan enter Myerz Pour House, a 2,000 square foot space with 2 bartender stations, 1 POS system.
Yeah, I was right. Earlier they had 3 bartenders, but they only have 2 wells. So are they sharing the wells? I've seen this before and it's a bad idea. You can't have 2 people using 1 well. It's your own personal station. Like, these bartenders are just gonna get in each other's way. 1 bartender per well, 2 bartenders fighting over a well, or even worse. We've seen more happen on this show. It just makes everything slower. If you decide to have 3 bartenders with only 2 wells, it's a better decision to have that bartender as a floater, taking tables. Maybe if one of the bartenders needs to use a bathroom, then that person can jump in.
And a stage in the corner of the bar.
That is a very strange place to put a stage, because you have 2 pool tables right there. The pool table should be switched to the left, and then the tables put there, because if I'm playing pool, I'm probably not paying attention to the performance that's on the stage. So logistically, this place should be rearranged.
I want to hear the ghost story about this place.
She's like, "How do you know about the ghosts?"
He's been here for 13 years and he's seen a lot of the ghosts.
There's some crazy stuff that happens for sure. Could it just be a rowdy drunk who fell asleep here? No.
See, if there is a supposedly ghost thing, they could definitely use it as a marketing technique. I certainly would. People would love to come here to see the ghost.
I heard it was like in the 80s.
This is not a joke.
This is real to him.
We both want to hear the ghost story about this place. Like if a certain song comes on the jukebox, or if there's a full moon, what triggers the ghost?
It's everything.
Wow, they're really pressuring this ghost thing. I wonder if the employees really believe in the ghost.
I'm scared to talk about it in here.
Okay. Kettle and cran and kettle and soda.
On the way.
What's that, like 60 fruit?
3 ounces.
You know, people say that free pouring is faster than using jiggers. It's not true. Pouring into a jigger doesn't take any less speed than pouring directly into the ice. The pour spout controls the flow of the liquor coming out. And plus, if you really are concerned about speed, you should get a speed pour, which pours about 3 times faster. And whenever I see people make the argument that pour spouts are faster, they typically are using the slower one anyways.
She's just all over the place.
Madam, this is just a glass of booze. Oh, all right. Yeah. Topping it up. Taking a sip.
Yeah, they need to control pour costs. Customers do not tip more when you pour more heavy. And guests who say they'll tip you more if you pour more, they will not tip more than a regular customer.
It's like doing a shot.
Yeah, very irresponsible.
Because it leads to overconsumption.
And then what happens is they down 3 ounces in a few minutes. If you broke it into 2 drinks as you should.
You would have then.
Yeah, if people are counting their drinks, they might be thinking they only had 2 drinks, but when in fact they actually had 4. So it's also for the guest's safety to pour the right amount of liquor.
All over the bar. She should be focused on saving liquor costs, making sure you're pouring right, making sure that you have a comfortable, clean atmosphere.
That is... You and I... That's way too much. That was a tall glass.
Hi. How are you?
1 second, sorry.
Nice efficient system you got there.
I know.
So the POS systems, they don't have an integrated card reader. She's manually doing it with a separate reader.
I wish the guy who owned this place was here so we could see how long you're waiting.
Thanks for your patience.
What is that, like running off of a 56K modem?
So I understand Jeremy bought this bar like 3 years ago. Where is he?
I don't know.
Is he normally here?
No.
Why?
Basically, there's just some weird going on.
Was it
So he's not here because he thinks there's ghosts?
doing better when Jeremy was more engaged in it?
I think so. We don't like to talk about it inside the bar because the more we talk about it, the more stuff happens.
Lena,
So they all believe that this place is haunted?
are you scared to be here at night by yourself?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Scared to death.
Oh, Jeremy, you're here. Nice to meet you. I want to understand this.
Wait, so why is he here right now?
You bought this bar when?
February of 2012.
Okay. When you bought the bar, was it making money?
Yes.
Now you making money?
No.
What's wrong in this bar?
Yes, it can't be the ghosts if it started failing right after you bought it. Because earlier they said the ghosts died in the 80s. So it can't be. This is 2012.
The bar's haunted.
So you believe that you're failing here because of a ghost.
Because I'm not here. It's just
So
hard
what
to
do
be
you
here.
think it's going to do to you?
Yeah, I mean, clearly the previous owner was making money. So maybe even if there was a ghost, he was just minding his own business. It didn't seem to affect the previous ownership.
You have the greatest excuse of all time. It's not my fault, it's the ghost. My grandfather's gonna lose $300,000, not because of me, because of the ghost.
I'm scared. What do you want me to do?
Then maybe hire a manager who's not afraid of ghosts. As I mentioned before, this place has been around for several decades and the ghost supposedly died in the 80s and seems to not harm anybody. Didn't affect the profits of the previous owners.
What do you do?
I don't know what to do.
You know what ghosts don't like?
What?
Crowds. Fill
Yeah, so fill the place out, even by that logic. Just pack the place. Ghosts don't typically haunt like crowded areas, from what I've heard. So fill the place and the ghost will go away.
And I want you to know that I don't discount the way you feel. If you lived it, it's real to you. I respect that.
Thank you.
So, let's just talk about the ghosts for a moment, the haunting.
Is this whole episode gonna be about a ghost?
I used to close and stack chairs on this table here, and all 4 chairs would get swiped off the table.
I heard an audible growl in my ear as I walked out, and I gave up my one solo close so I could move into shifts where I would just know I would be here with other people.
Are they just saying this because they're on TV? Are they really all agreeing to this? The owners just bought this place, what, 4 years ago? It didn't seem to haunt the previous owners or the previous employees.
Do people not come here because they think the bar is haunted?
No.
If you've owned this business for 3 years, and he hasn't hurt the business, maybe he doesn't want to hurt you. What if it was failure that he was scared of, and not a ghost at all?
Yeah, the ghost is not hurting anyone. None of the customers have complained about the ghost. The previous employees have not complained about the ghost. The previous owner hasn't complained about the ghost.
So you come to grips with it in some way.
I have a family to feed. I don't have a choice.
Why don't you say that? That's the difference between her attitude and yours. You're not fighting for it, man. You gave up.
So yeah, they all apparently believe in this ghost, but they're still going to work. The ghost hasn't harmed them, not yet at least.
You're here overpouring like crazy, and at the end of the day, you lost $6,900 in a week, which translates to $27,500 in a month and $330,000 a year.
It's $330,000 a year just by overpouring. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but overpouring is theft. And again, as I mentioned before, the customers are not going to tip you more for overpouring. People who say that, oh, if you give me some more, I'll tip you more. Dude, those guys are cheap. Most people do not ask to get more liquor and they would gladly tip this proper amount. So if you have a guy who comes in asking you to pour more and then promising that they're going to give you more tips, what do you think that's going to eventually lead? They're going to start to bring more of their cheap friends who aren't going to tip.
I want you to pour 1 1/4 ounces and just put it in there.
Why are you guys laughing at me?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're I mean, it's very inconsistent. They obviously have no training. Most likely they have never been trained on how to free pour to begin with. They're not even close.
Okay, so check it out. I'm not surprised. This is Miss Nicole's, the highest one.
Yeah.
So Nicole right here is an ounce over.
I think that's just the way we
2 1/4. Oh, you just over poured by an ounce. It's not even close.
all for. I don't know.
Jeremy, you're almost right effing on. Why are you teaching them?
Yes! The owner is the only one who knew how to free pour properly, and why didn't he train them?
And you can be here holding the standard, say, Nicole, I just watched you pour that. You're wasting my booze.
I'm not the only one doing it, but it's not that bad. That's the thing.
You're not thinking about the...
It's not that bad. Everything has to be measured because this stuff adds up over time. If you're pouring even a quarter of an ounce over, throughout the night, how much do you think you're giving away? Multiply that to how many shifts you work each week, and then over a period of a year, imagine how much booze you're giving away.
Don't cheat your business. You gotta realize it, because you're not, you're doing it to him.
Why does she keep defending herself? It is bad, especially when you're 1 ounce over, right? You're not even a little over. That 1 ounce over time accumulates.
When you pour a whiskey and soda, where does that whiskey come to?
Should be like right about here.
Should be right about...
With or without ice. Remember, that's a tall glass.
2, 3, 4, 5. Double was where you said for a single. This is 3 ounces of booze. This is 1 1/4.
I just don't think that's real. I don't think that's reality.
We just told her that's how high she pours it to.
I just poured it.
I know, but I'm saying what I poured last night.
I wish we could get a thing in here right now to show you. This is the drink that you served last night. And then there was...
Yeah, we have it on camera. And she also confirmed it when Lisa Marie asked her.
These bartenders are all competing tonight for a trip to Holland.
I don't want to see one drink going out at a time. Talk to the whole group.
Has been about 10 minutes now. I haven't got a drink.
Vodka soda and a screwdriver?
Man, these are not cocktails that are complicated. They're just built drinks, which means there's no shaking or stirring. For vodka soda or vodka orange, should not take 10 minutes.
Move faster, keep it going. You got it. There's all these people, they're really thirsty. You just gotta move faster. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Jeremy, I got your drinks right here, buddy.
Thank you, Paul.
They need a service station with tickets. They have a POS system, so they can definitely set that up. When you start verbaling everything, it's just gonna be messy. Things are gonna get lost. And especially when these drinks are gonna be, you know, vodka cran, vodka soda, vodka orange. You want the customers to order them, get them in the right order, because otherwise you don't know this particular vodka soda. Where's this gonna go? To that guy over there or to that guy over there? With these printers, they will print the time, so at least you know the order that those tickets were sent.
It's so clean still and organized. Yes, yes, yes.
So we're halfway through, 15 minutes.
I need to make you happy. What can I do for you?
Actually, my husband is trying to get me a mule.
Jeez. The tables are actually going up to the bar to order drinks.
Can I get a mule?
Who else wants a vodka cranberry, guys? Come in.
When the cocktail servers are taking that long, or the service well is taking that long, now your bar is going to get overcrowded.
How long has it been since you bartended?
It's been a few weeks, maybe over a month probably.
You're just like so calm.
He's only been bartending for a few weeks, and he's doing way better than the other employees who've been doing this for a while.
Clean up your area. Nicole, let's go. There's all these people over here just staring at your station.
And he knows how to bounce cut, which is going to increase speed.
Done this once or twice.
Couple times.
Your stress tests always reveal strengths and weaknesses. Derek's strength is a bartender. Why he works the door makes no sense to me. You're so busy, you're not even...
Yeah, why did the bouncer is doing better than the bartenders? Like, where the heck did this bouncer learn how to bounce cut? Maybe that's why they hired him as a bouncer?
It's your last chance, folks, go for it.
Pump it out. You see what a mess this is? You gotta clean up the mess.
Why are they spilling so much ice? When you're putting ice into the glass, just stop when it gets full. You don't have to make a mess like this.
Derek, you are like a hidden jewel as a bartender back there. But Nicole, your drink production was about 50% of theirs. You're the weak link in the room.
I'll take responsibility for being the weak link.
Yeah, and she just doesn't care. At first she says overpouring is not a big deal, and now she's just accepted defeat. So she's overpouring and she's slower than everyone else.
It is now your time to leave this human plane here on Earth. He is now gone.
Or he was never there in the first place.
Of course we're using Kettle One. And the best thing about it is we've got this beautiful copper Kettle One mug.
Yeah, those are gonna get stolen. They always do.
So, I have a friend. His name is Carl Nolet Jr.
He's 11th generation of the Nolet family distillery. They make Kettle One.
I actually met him before. I have an autographed bottle that was signed by him. So yeah, here's my special edition 325-year anniversary bottle. And as you can see here, to Alan, enjoy, up here. Carl Nolet autographs right here.
Derek, to have you at the door makes no sense. You can crank, buddy. So, you're going with him, Derek.
Going to Kettle One.
You're going right now. Lisa Marie is joining you as well. Go.
All in!
Oh, nice, they get to go to the Kettle One distillery.
Heated 78 degrees Celsius, and the copper actually changes the flavor. So if you do a taste test with Kettle One and compare it to any other vodka, you feel that beautiful tingle, the long finish on the side.
Copper is also antimicrobial. The dents on the copper still also changes how the spirit is distilled.
3.
Oh my God. See, that's a good sign because you can actually read it and you can see it from the distance.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Look at the bar. Holy.
See, now it has a distinct look rather than the previous one, which just looks like a standard strip mall bar. Especially in the age of social media, this is very Instagrammable.
Good selling. This is unbelievable.
The last bar I did that had a haunted theme was Spirits on Bourbon.
The fact is, his ghost is in that building. Look at.
Yeah, I remember that. That's one of the most, if not the most successful bar rescues I've seen.
Booze, but also the spirit of Edward Dubois.
Spirits on Bourbon sales in a year went up by over $1 million. They embraced the ghost in their building, and you need to embrace it here.
Exactly. I mentioned this earlier. You can use the ghost as a marketing tool.
I want us to control it. And at the push of a button, he appears on the mirror.
What?
Whoa.
That's freaking cool. See, this is how you make money.
But one of my favorite features here is watch the bookshelf.
Watch the shelves.
What?
See that book?
That's pretty funny. I wonder if that's like a Ghostbusters reference. Hey, if you enjoyed that, don't forget to check out these other videos as well. And please leave on a comment section on what videos I should react to next. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.